Hello everyone, I'm here to teach you how to play Bargain Quest, a game about running an item shop. Let's get started, shall we? Here is a basic setup for a 3-player game. Each player has an item shop board, a little bit of money, and a problem. And that problem is this monster deck. These monsters are threatening to attack the town. Luckily, we've got these heroes. Heroes arrive in town out of this hero deck, and when they come into town they come with money. But money isn't very good for fighting monsters. Heroes need items for that. So the heroes have a lot of money and need items, and you want their money and need them to kill the monster. And that's where the game starts. So this is a hero card. Each hero has a class icon, which determines the types of items that they like, an amount of gold that they enter town with, base stats of attack and defense, and a special ability that resolves at different times as described on the hero card. Each round starts with the supply step. Each player is going to be dealt 4 cards, and they will draft those cards until they have 4 cards in their hand. The way drafting works is like this. You're going to take your hand of cards, and you'll choose one of those cards to keep, and pass the remaining cards onto the player on your left. You'll then receive a hand of cards from the player on your right, and you'll choose one of those cards to keep, taking that into your hand, and then passing those cards on. This continues until each player has drafted 4 cards. So this here is an example of an item card. At the top corner here, you see the price tag tells you how much the item costs. These class icons tell you which kinds of heroes like that item. The number of hearts determines how nice it looks while it's in your window. And at the bottom of the card, it tells you the item's special abilities. So for example, the heavy shield grants +2 to the hero's defense value. So after players have drafted 4 cards, play moves on to the display step. During this step, players are going to choose one item in their hand to place face down in their display area, like so. Now, the player with the highest number of hearts in their display area gets first pick of heroes, with a few caveats. First, you can only pick a hero who has a class icon that matches an item in your display. Also, the item that you've placed in your window cannot be sold. So if you place this lovely axe into your window, you'll probably get that fighter, but you'll have to sell her something else. This creates a risk versus reward situation, where you're going to have to decide whether you want to place your best item in your window to guarantee the hero that you want, or risk having another player scoop that hero out from under you, but be able to sell that really nice axe. Once all players have placed an item in their display area, all players are going to flip their display items face up. And then play proceeds to the shopping step. At the beginning of the shopping step, each player will choose which hero enters their shop, starting with the player who has the highest total number of hearts in their window. So in this example, it would be the player with the berserker axe. They would take the fighter. If players then tie with the number of hearts in their window, the player with the highest total price in their display gets to choose first. So this player with the longbow will take the rogue. So now we have an interesting situation. Normally, a player can't choose a hero that doesn't match their class icon in their window. But because this cleric has nowhere else to go, this player is going to get the cleric. Now, when the last player receives a hero, that player claims the quest token. Once all heroes have entered an item shop, shops can then sell items from their hand to the hero. Remember, you cannot sell the item in your display area. So, you can sell a hero any item that has their class icon on it, and a hero will purchase as many items as they can afford. So I'm selling them 15 gold worth of items and giving them 5 gold in chain. Now some heroes have special abilities that resolve during the shopping step. For example, the cleric allows you to reduce the price of some items by 10 gold, where the rogue will steal 5 gold from one of your rivals to spend in your shop. Once all heroes have been equipped, play proceeds to the adventure step. So here we have the bandit captain. She has a special ability and statistics. Her toughness value needs to be matched or exceeded by the hero's attack in order to deal a wound, and her strength value needs to be matched or exceeded by the hero's defense for that hero to survive. In either case, if your hero manages to successfully wound or survive the monster, they get a star, with a possibility of earning up to 2 stars on each monster. If the monster suffers wounds equal to the number of players, the monster is defeated, and each hero will get gold equal to the treasure chest value on this monster. But if the monster manages to survive, the heroes still get a reward, just this slightly smaller coin value here. Because heroes are fundamentally unreliable creatures, each hero will be dealt a card from this adventure deck, which will provide minor alterations to their stats during the adventure. So here are some examples of adventure cards. A hero can be fierce, hasty, or lucky, or any number of other things. These cards will affect their stats, so fierce offers a +2 attack bonus, where hasty offers a -1 defense. They may also have minor special effects, so lucky gives a hero 5 gold. So, starting with the player who has the quest token, the heroes are going to fight the monster. So the cleric has a total of 4 attack, which matches the monster's toughness, so the monster takes a wound, and that player gains 1 star. The cleric's toughness is 5, so that means the cleric also manages to survive the monster's attack, and that player gains an additional star. Once that occurs, the cleric will return to town and discard all cards that are attached to it. And now it's the fighter's turn. Now the fighter manages to both wound and survive the attack, with her amazing stats, but the fighter's special ability, Bravado, allows the player to gain an additional star if they manage to both wound and survive the monster. So that player gains 3 stars. So the rogue here is a little bit less lucky. With only 3 attack and 1 total defense, she doesn't manage to wound the monster, and she's killed. So the rogue is sent to the discard pile. All of her money and items are also discarded. Now, for the surviving heroes, because they didn't manage to defeat the monster, they each get this smaller amount of gold. So each of them will now get 10 more gold. And a new hero will have to enter town to replace the defeated rogue. That hero gains gold equal to its purse value. And play proceeds to the upgrade step. So we're going to take these upgrade cards and this employee deck and lay out 2 employees. There are always 2 employees available to purchase during the upgrade step. Each player, starting with the player with the quest token, will have an opportunity to purchase one of these cards. They can purchase a storage upgrade, which allows them to keep more items at the end of the round for later rounds. They can purchase the display upgrade, which lets them put more items in their display area. That means they can have more hearts or more hero icons or a higher price in their display. Or they can purchase one of these employees. Each employee has a unique special ability. For example, the sales clerk allows you to alter the price of one item by up to 5 gold, and the weaponsmith allows fighter and rogue type heroes to gain stat boosts whenever they shop at your store. So each player will purchase an upgrade, spending the appropriate amount of gold and returning it to the bank for the upgrade that they purchase. This player will get, say, a display upgrade. Once all players have purchased upgrades, play proceeds to the storage step. During the storage step, you will choose one item in your shop to keep for a later round. If you purchase a storage upgrade, you'll be able to keep more than one item, but for now, this player will only be able to keep one. So they'll choose the cat familiar to keep in their shop, and the remaining items are discarded. Once that's done, we're going to head back to the supply step. So that was one round of Bargain Quest. The game is going to continue until the 3rd monster is defeated. There are 3 monsters in this monster deck in increasing difficulty. They'll be randomly assigned at the start of the game. So in this game, we have the Bandit Captain, followed by the Orc Warlord, followed by the Huge Dragon. Once the Huge Dragon is slain, the town is saved, and players are going to tally up their victory points. When tallying up your score, every star is worth 1 point, and every 10 gold is worth an additional point. The player with the highest total score at the end of the game wins. And that's how you play Bargain Quest.